Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Ballad of Sir Patrick Spens. This is an ancient Scottish folk ballad and it was written by an author whose name is unknown. And this ballad dates back to the 13th century. It was first documented in Sir Bishop Thomas Parry's Relics of Ancient English Poetry in 1765 and it consists 11 stanzas. The central theme of Sir Patrick Spens is mortality. That is, it says that human beings will definitely face death at the end. And it also explores some minor themes such as destiny, class inequality, and so on. A ballad is actually a poem which narrates a story and is usually set to music traditionally. It is passed down orally from generation to generation, and English ballads are usually 4-line stanzas. That is, each stanza will have 4 lines, which are said as quatrains. Sir Patrick Spens has a strong historical connection with the fate of Alexander III of Scotland, who travelled across the river Fife at midnight during a bad and unfriendly weather for his new bride waiting there. The next morning, he was found dead with his neck broken. No one witnessed what had really happened. Now, the ballad goes like this. The king sits in Dunfermline town, drinking the blood red wine. Oh, where will I get good sailor to sail this ship of mine? Up and spoke an elder knight, sat at the king's right knee. Sir Patrick Spens is the best sailor that ever sailed the sea. The Sir Patrick Spens begins with the introduction of the king. The king is sitting in Dunfermline, Scotland, drinking a blood red wine. He asks the people where he would be able to find a good sailor to sail his ship. At that time, an unnamed knight who is sitting at the king's right knee stands up and says that Sir Patrick Spens is the most skilled sailor to ever travel the vast expanse of the sea. The king has written a broad letter and signed it with his hand and sent it to Sir Patrick Spens, who was walking on the strand. To Norway, to Norway, to Norway, over the farm, the king's daughter of Norway, it is thou may'n bring her hame. The king has written a letter and signed it with his hand to show it is authentic. The letter is sent to Sir Patrick Spens, who was walking on the seashore. The letter instructs Sir Patrick Spens to undertake a dangerous voyage to Norway. Norway means nowadays Norway, and bring back home the king's daughter. The first line that Sir Patrick read, a loud laugh laughed he. The next line that Sir Patrick read, the tear blinded his eye. Oh, what is this has done this deed, and told the king of me, to send us out at this time of the year to sail upon the sea. Sir Patrick Spens reads the first line of the letter and laughs loudly because he thinks that the letter is a joke. But when he reads the next line, he understands that the letter is really from the king and his eyes are filled with tears. The weather is unfriendly and he thinks it is impossible to undertake a journey at sea during this dangerous time of the year. Sir Patrick wonders who would have told the king about him and why he is being sent on this dangerous voyage. He thinks that his fate is sealed because it is impossible to return successful from this dangerous journey at sea. Be it wind, be it wheat, be it hail, be it sleet, our ship must sail the foam. The king's daughter of Norway, it is we must fetch her home. They hoist their sails on Monday morn with at the speed they may, and they have landed in Norway upon an Wednesday. Though the journey is dangerous, Sir Patrick must hurry with his men because it is an order from the king despite any weather, whether it is windy, rainy or stormy. Their mission is to fetch the king's daughter from Norway. Sir Patrick, along with his men, started his journey as quickly as possible on Monday morning and landed in Norway on Wednesday. They had now been a week in Norway, but 2, when the lords of Norway began aloud to say, You Scottish men spend of our king's gold and our own queen's fee. Ely, Eas loud, for loud I hear you lie. Sir Patrick Spens and his men have not been a week in Norway, but just 2 days. Within this short time, the lords of Norway begin to accuse the Scottish people of spending all of the king's gold and queen's money. Sir Patrick Spens angrily denies the accusations, saying that the Norwegians are lying loudly. For I bought as much white money as gold as my men and me, and I bought a half full of good red gold out over the sea with me. Make ready, my merry men, our good ship sails the morn. Now ever a lake, my master dear, I fear a deadly storm. So, but Patrick defends himself and his men against the false accusations of Norwegian lords, saying that he has brought with him enough white money, that is silver, and a half bushel of good red gold. Sir Patrick instructs his men to get ready because they will depart the next morning. Our good ship sails the morn. One among his men expresses his concern, predicting a deadly storm ahead. I saw the new moon late yesterday, with the old moon in her arm, and if we gang to sea, master, I fear we will come to harm. They had now sailed a league, but barely three. With when the lift grew dark and the wind blew loud, and gorely grew the sea. The man continues that he saw a new moon yesterday evening with an old moon in her arm. He is worried because he thinks it is an ill omen. If they take on this journey at sea, he fears they will be harmed. In spite of the warnings, they have started their journey. They haven't sailed long, but barely 3 leagues, that is only 9 miles. When the sky darkens, the wind picks up, and the sea becomes rough and turbulent. The anchors break, and the topmast lap. It was sick a deadly storm, and the waves came over the broken ship till at her sides were torn. Oh, where will I get a good sailor to take my helm in hand, till I get up to the tall topmast to see if I can spy land? The anchors broke and the topmast collapsed because of the deadly and fierce storm. The storm caused the ship to break apart and the waves crashing over it, tearing its sides. Now, Sir Patrick is looking for a skilled sailor to take control of the helm, while he has to climb up the tall topmast to look for a land. Oh, here am I, a sailor good, to take the helm in hand, till you go up to the tall topmost, but I fear you will never spy land. He had now gone a step, but barely one, when a boat flew out of our goodly ship, and the salt sea it came in. Another sailor offers to take control of the helm, and Sir Patrick Spens climbs up the topmost. The sailor expresses his concern that they will never find a land. Sir Patrick haven't climbed a step, barely one step. A fierce storm hits the ship, causing the salt sea water flood in. Gay, fetch a web of the silken cloth, another of the twine, and wrap them into our ship's side, and let now the sea come in. They fetched a web of the silken cloth, another of the twine, and they wrapped them around the good ship's side, but still the sea came in. Sir Patrick instructs the crew to fetch a silken cloth and another of twine to wrap up the ship to prevent the sea water coming in. But this idea does not work and the sea water continues to flood in. Oh, lathe were our good Scots lords, to wit they cock-heeled shoon, but lang or at the play was played, they wet their hats aboon. And many was the feathered bed that flattered on the foam, and many was the good Lord's son that never came home. At the beginning, the Scottish lords are reluctant to get their cock-heeled shoes wet, but before long they have to abandon their concern and end up wetting their hats even. Many luxurious beds were washed away in the waves, and many sons of the noble lords never returned home. The ladies wrung their fingers white, the maidens tore their hair. And for the sake of their true loves, for them they'll see no more. Oh, lang may the ladies sit, with their fans into their hand, before they see Sir Patrick Spens come sailing to the strand. The women at home clenched their fingers tightly, grieving that they would never see their true love again. They wished they could wait forever with their fans in hand, hoping against hope that Sir Patrick Spens would return home safely, bringing his crew along. And lang may the maidens sit, with the good calms in their hair, awaiting for their and dear ones, for them they'll see no more. Oh, 40 miles of Aberdeen, it is 50 fathom deep, and there lies good Sir Patrick Spens with the Scotlards at his feet. And the maidens too waiting long for their beloved ones with the gold combs in their hair. It is very sad that they too would never see their beloved ones again. Around 40 miles off the coast of Aberdeen, the sea is 50 fathom deep, that is, it's very deep, where the perished Sir Patrick Spens rests with the Scottish lords at his feet. And here ends the ballad. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.